Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to embark on a journey like no other. Welcome to the Glumlot Podcast,
your go-to destination for a unique blend of recovery and discovery.
I'm Brett.
And I'm Mark. And in this podcast, we will endeavor to create a safe and uplifting space for our guests and listeners to share their stories with sincerity and a touch of humor.
Remember, we are not a Glumlot. The Glumlot Podcast is more than just a source of entertainment. It's a beacon of hope, proving that even in the darkest moments, recovery is possible. Every story we share carries the power to inspire positive change.
So buckle up, get ready to listen, and join us in discovering the strength that lies within every individual's journey. This is the Glumlot Podcast, where humor meets hope. Mr. Brad!
Mr. Mark!
Welcome to episode 110 of the Glumlot Podcast.
110. 10% higher than we were at 100.
That is correct.
Yes.
And we want to remind our listeners, you can contact us at the glumlotpodcast@gmail.com. If you'd like to be a guest, you know somebody who'd like to be a guest, or you have any comments. Also, please join our Facebook group, the Glumlot Podcast, on Facebook.
It was very professional sounding.
Yes. I also, before we get into our topic, I just want to share something I thought was interesting that I noticed on our,
I don't even know what
we
this
get
is.
stat readouts about our podcast.
How it's performing?
How it's performing. And the oddest thing has happened. It used to be the vast majority was United States, but we're in over 60 countries now. So the vast majority would be the U.S. We get Canada, Australia, sure, England, Ireland, and then we started getting like Hong Kong and Democratic Republic of Congo and Singapore and Argentina and all these countries. But oddly enough, lately...
What's the one?
Number two, U.S., of course, is number one.
Yeah.
Number two has consistently been Vietnam.
Come on.
Third, consistently, Hong Kong.
There are a bunch of you drunks out there?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't think this gets translated into Vietnamese, so there must be English-speaking people in Vietnam that are listening. And I just thought that was really interesting, And also, we have well over 21,000 downloads.
Cool. Yeah.
And so we are still cooking along pretty good.
Yeah, and we're planning to cook a little with more fire too.
Indeed.
Yeah, we had some stuff. We got to do self-care and take care of family obligations. But those things, I've made some changes. And so we're looking forward to really getting back on the horse with some of this stuff.
Indeed.
Even more important to make some suggestions for people to be guests on here. We had one just recently reach out to us, so that was awesome. And hopefully we'll be able to get them coming to you here soon. So, yeah, if you guys could help us out with some suggestions.
And actually, let me, on that note, we say at the start, here's our email, contact us, blah, blah. We got an email from a guy in Chicago who's got a little over a year sobriety. His name's Luis. And he emailed us and said, good morning, my name is Luis, and I'm reaching out to say how appreciative of the podcast and all the stories that that you have been shared with us. I am an alcoholic in recovery for life and have a little over a year sobriety. Thank you guys for what you do.
Ugh, that gets me emotional every time.
That's amazing. He's in the Chicago area. We reached back out to him and said, would you like to be a guest on the show? And he is going to be our guest today.
Yeah, you're about to hear about it.
And I think that's fantastic. So we can do these remotely. Luis, we just recorded with him. He was walking in Chicago on his phone. He wanted to leave the house.
Yeah, we had our first on location.
It was a beautiful day. The train kept going by, but
added ambiance.
It was awesome. It was awesome, and you'll hear it right after you hear Brett and I blabber on about whatever we're going to talk about. So, what was your topic today, sir?
Okay, so we hear about the suggestions of the program, and occasionally in meetings we hear it translated into damn well betters.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But so I wonder, what's your take as to why do you think it's called suggestions instead of instructions or something more hard line?
Yes. My personal answer is because we're alcoholics.
Right.
And the first thing we want to do is say, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Yeah. I'm not doing any of that.
Tell me what to do,
Yeah, I'm
right?
different.
Yeah.
I'm unique. And I'm a pretty smart guy.
That's right.
These are instructions for the rest of you. I'm going to pick and choose what I want.
Yeah.
And so, the one thing about AA is AA is not a pushy bunch.
Mm-mm.
We really aren't. It's like, if you want what we have, then do what we do. And how do you do that? Well, we suggest you do this.
That's right.
We don't tell you to do anything.
Right,
We're not going
because
to
a lot of
make you
these
do
things
anything.
will balk,
We
right?
can't get anybody sober. We can show you how to get sober.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just more palatable for us. And I think a lot of that probably is our egos.
Yeah.
You know, this is suggested. I mean, even at that, when I first came in, it was the steps were suggested.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm not doing that. And I remember looking at him going, I don't even know what this is about. I just don't. I don't. You know, not only do I not want to drink, I just don't want to be in pain. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know at the time, of course, that when I put down the drink, the problems weren't going to just disappear because I put the drink down. That's when the work begins. Yeah. If I keep that drink down and I keep doing the work, then I'm going to get the results.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to follow the suggestions. And I didn't follow them, you know.
Oh, no, who does?
The first
right
6 months I floundered.
Yeah.
I didn't follow the suggestions of changing my people, places, and things.
I was interested in the stories, but that's about it.
And eventually alcohol beat me back into submission until I was willing to take the suggestions. I was fortunate that I was such a fucking baby that I was beaten into submission fairly easily.
Yeah, me too.
Because some people get beat to death.
Yes. Yes. No, it just goes to, I always thought this was a genius program, right?
It is. It really is.
And, how could a human being, right, come up with this stuff? But it just really shows that these are alcoholics that came up with this, and they know us very well.
They do. They know them. They knew themselves well enough to know that we are like them.
Yeah, and if they were going to be our parents telling us what to do, well, who wants to listen to their parents?
Yes, they knew that if we're going to share a common problem, we're going to have to find a common solution.
Yeah.
And that solution is delivered in a way that is acceptable to people like us.
All throughout the program, it's like that too.
It really is.
Yeah, it's
it
pretty
really
cool
is.
stuff.
It's pretty amazing. It is pretty amazing. So with that in mind, Brett, let's get to our guest from the Midwest.
Yes.
Let's welcome to the Glumlot Podcast, Luis. Welcome to the Glumlot Podcast, Luis.
Hey, Luis.
Yo.
Glad to have you. And we're going to start with your sobriety date, if you don't mind.
March 31st, 2025.
2025. So you've got...
just over a year.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah. Congratulations.
So we like to
Thank
go
you.
back to your first experience with the effects of drugs and or alcohol, usually probably when you were young. If you could tell us about that, how you came upon that.
Like all the details.
All the details.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it was my first year in high school, so I was like freshly 13, maybe 14.
Okay.
Just hanging out with like older people, so like seniors and juniors. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and they invited me to like a hangout. And it was like in an attic. It was like weird. I drank and smoked for the first time, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being around like older people. I didn't know any better, so there were girls.
It was all there.
Very important. Yeah, you said you were with older people, right?
Yeah. I don't really remember how I got in touch with those people, but it just happened. But yeah, the drinking and the smoking. I remember I had to get walked home by one of the guys because I was very loopy, dizzy. I don't even know, but I still remember.
Go ahead.
I still remember walking into my house, and my parents were like right in front of the entrance, like in the living room, and they were just like staring at me weirdly.
Ooh.
And I'm like, oh shit! I was like trying to play it off all cool, and I just remember going into the shower, and that's about it. And just like wondering if they noticed anything weird.
But so that first experience was like opening a whole new world to you, right?
It was very exciting. I like feeling belonged, I guess.
Yeah, it's that instant appeal.
Yeah.
It's like you go from kind of a lost little kid to I'm kind of getting to be an adult now.
Yeah,
for sure.
This is my direction. And do you remember, or can you describe your feeling of the buzz from alcohol and weed?
I felt calm. That's what I like. Like my thoughts, no racing thoughts. I felt calm. Man, that was a while ago.
But it was appealing, right?
I liked it, yeah.
And so did you, after that day, were you kind of like, yeah, I want to do this?
The smoking part, yeah, I enjoyed a lot. The drinking didn't come way after high school, but the smoking stayed throughout my whole 4 years in high school.
So did the smoking weed culture become a part of who you were?
Kind of, in a sense. Every time I smoked, I got paranoid, and
Okay.
I tried like forcefully to like quote unquote like enjoy it when I didn't.
Yeah. Did you tend to gravitate towards the people that smoked at
Yeah,
that point? Yeah. So were you kind of changing friends at the time too?
I was. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You get into a whole,
I
we
w-
always find our people, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And so you fell in with that element. Were there any repercussions from that during high school?
No, not really. Well, actually, with my parents, yeah, because I started buying. I'll get paranoid, like hiding it here and there. It'll stink up the room. I'll smoke like an apple in the room, like on the weekends, and my parents. That was a long time ago. Yeah, they got
Man,
mad.
man, you should have done the old water bottle with the dryer sheet thing. That
I've
hides it
never.
perfectly.
I've never. I don't know what
It
that
works.
is.
No, it just makes it like fresh laundry weed.
Oh, when I started smoking weed, there was no such thing as laundry sheets.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Oh yeah.
So you're basically now you live in the Chicago area, right?
Yeah.
You're attending public school
Yes.
and a lot of drugs in public school. I'm guessing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Any other trouble at school? Grades? Any of that shit as a
Man,
result
it's
of getting
just.
high?
I think just like my way of thinking was already shot even before I
Yeah.
started drinking. Like I literally just sailed throughout high school. I figured it all out once I'm out. I did poor in all my classes, and then
Mm-hmm.
when it came for me to graduate, they were like, "You gotta pass these so and so classes, or else you're not gonna graduate."
Ugh.
And I put like a semester of my time to actually like learn, and I'm like, "Oh shit, I could actually use my brain in school." But I never applied myself really in school.
Yeah. But so what you're saying then is that last semester they were like, "Hey, you got to do this, or you're not going to graduate," and you said, "All right, I'll do it," and then you did
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Did you go to college or anything after high school?
For like a semester, I went to community college
Yeah. At what point did alcohol come into play
right
in
after
your
high
life?
school.
So you get out of high school. How do you get back into the alcohol thing?
I
Or
was
into it?
really, huh? I was really into skateboarding when I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
and so I was getting older. I would like venture out to different skate parks, to different people, and I'd still have that urge to want to fit in, find these crazy people like me, and it was easy to find them.
Yeah.
And I remember I was what was I drinking? I was drinking a Four Loko
Oof.
when I was skateboarding, and I remember like that exact moment. I love the adrenaline rush I got, and the what the drink gave me. Like I felt unstoppable, and I kept chasing that after that.
Now, for our listeners hearing everything in the background, Luis is actually walking around, right?
Yeah,
Are you in the city of Chicago or
That sounds like
outside?
a flush,
I'm in
man.
the northern suburbs,
Northern suburbs of Chicago. Okay,
20
yeah.
minutes away.
He left the house to walk out and do this podcast with
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Yeah.
And do you have nice weather?
Oh, it's beautiful right now.
Good, good.
It's beautiful and you're sober. What could be better,
Yeah,
right?
right? No joke.
For sure.
So you drink this Four Loko, you hang in with these skate kids, and drugs and alcohol are a big part of that culture, right?
Yeah.
And so where do you go from there?
He went to college,
It
and
just
it didn't seem to last long.
No, I left college. That was my first job. I got my first job at Target, a local Target by my house.
Mhm.
And I just left it this past February. I'll get into that, but um I love that feeling that alcohol gave me, and I like just kept drinking and drinking and calling off from work, skipping school, and I just I don't know, I just would get stupid, like drunk, and just be out and about doing nothing with my life.
So it started serious pretty quick as far
Yeah.
as, yeah, getting to that point. So Did you leave college because of this, or it just wasn't for you?
Um, it might be a combination of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you like the effect that booze had for you.
Yeah, and it
Calming.
progressed.
Yeah, and it's a progressive disease. We learned that. And so do you start drinking more? You start chasing the buzz more?
Yeah, it would like, I don't know how long it took, but it was hard for me to get that effect like I was chasing when I felt that moment that I enjoyed alcohol. Um, I was also playing in a heavy metal band, and
Nice.
and this was like my drinking got progressively bad, and that's like with those people as well.
Yeah.
I eventually got kicked out because of my way of drinking,
Ah.
because I would just get blacked out, acting like I didn't do anything wrong. Oh, I want drink, you know?
Yeah, so it became unmanageable for you.
Yeah, but
And for others.
And you were like, fuck that. I'm just drinking a little bit while I'm playing, right?
yeah,
Everybody does that.
It's part of the culture.
yeah.
But they didn't see it that way, obviously, because something was amiss. So do you change what you drink? Do you stick with the Four Loko, or do you start drinking hard liquor?
Oh, I would assume he just quit at that point to take a different course
I-
in life.
I drank everything that was given to me.
Available.
Yeah.
What about drugs?
Drugs did not come in until I was with my ex-partner.
Okay, so you're drinking, and you're drinking heavily.
Yeah.
You get booted from the band. You quit school. You're basically unemployable.
I'm still
'Cause you
working
don't
at this
show?
time.
Oh, they haven't fired you,
No.
but you're kind of struggling, right?
Yeah.
Is there at any point during this do you say, you know what, I think the problem might be drinking?
I did not think about that until I was with my ex-partner.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
was further.
where does your life go from there?
When I meet this person,
Yeah, so you meet someone, right?
so yeah, this girl I knew from high school. We reconnected again in the future. She reached out to me, and I remember how do I put this? Like, I knew she liked to drink as well.
Yeah,
And for me at the time, I'm like, oh wow, I'm gonna have
a drinking partner.
a girlfriend to drink, and that's what ended up happening. And what sucked about it is I lived under her house with her parents for like almost 2 years. Like, everyone in that household drank, did not everyone, but did drugs.
Yeah.
And I lost myself like pretty good.
So you are thrust further into this culture where it's fully acceptable and expected, and
Yeah.
you go right along with it because it's what you think is good for you, and you get more and more lost, right?
Yeah. I liked it though. I didn't want to take accountability that I was doing something wrong. I could have left, but I just wanted to be
You want to be a part of it.
a part of it. Like, growing up, I didn't I wasn't like, I come from a Mexican family, and I didn't come like partying and all that. So when I saw that, like, I glorified that.
Let me ask you about that, because I think you're our first person of Mexican or Spanish descent really to be on the show.
Okay.
And I'm very interested in the culture and how they would view, like, the
said your
parents are
family,
old school.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Mexican families are pretty tight, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And it's not only that, but did you just get hit by a helicopter?
It's the metro state, the train.
Oh, it's the owl?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm like right next to the train tracks.
This is really authentic. So now, are your parents from Mexico?
Yes, they are.
Okay, and they speak English?
My dad does. My mother, not really.
Okay, so they come here, and did you live in a neighborhood that was primarily Spanish speaking?
It's like half and half like white and half Mexican, or.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you assimilated into society easily, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like you were, the only Spanish-speaking kid
No.
or whatever. And so you're in this family, and I know Mexican families, at least I assume from what I know about them, which isn't a lot, that your relatives are tight too. It's not just a nuclear family of mom, dad, and the kids. There's aunts, uncles, grandparents, and everybody's very close.
Yeah.
Was that the case with you?
It was just my parents. I don't really have any other family members besides them because they're all in Mexico. And when I would see like other kids that are Mexican at my school, like they literally have their whole family, like neighbor to neighbor. So I kind of wanted that back then, or I don't know what the word envy, or I would see them partying. And I'm like, I want that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing in your household as far as the partying goes and all that.
No.
Was this whole smoking weed, skateboard, heavy metal band shit, was this all just so foreign to your parents they kind of didn't really understand what you were doing?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. For my dad, for sure. My mom, my mom's always been supportive. She I don't know. Yeah. They didn't really say much about it.
Yeah, so she wants you to follow your dreams.
Yeah.
She just doesn't want you to be drunk when you're doing it.
No, for sure.
That's how most parents are. So,
yeah,
that's not abnormal. So, now basically you're living with this girl and her parents, right? Her family?
Parents, brothers, sisters, grandmother.
And a lot of drugs around?
That happened more towards the end of our relationship with me and her and her brother.
Now, were you having in love with this girl?
I don't think so.
Okay, you were just there for the fun.
Kind of. I mean, she would threaten to break up with me, and I guess my ego or whatever didn't want to get hurt. It's like, I viewed myself as some sort of type of person. I was very delusional, a lot of things that
you're under the influence of alcohol and drugs. Those things tend to happen.
Yeah, and the reason I asked that is because you said that the realization that things might be a little out of control was after the breakup. So that's why I was wondering if that had something to do with it being in love and shaken straight, but it doesn't sound like it.
I don't know. It was more in love with alcohol.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep, for sure. I got you. All right, so you're living that way. You're with the family. When does it start going off the rails?
Right away. Okay. I don't know how it lasted that long. It was I would see the whole family on the weekends get drunk, just me getting blacked out drunk, being sick for 3 days straight. Maybe halfway through our relationship, that's when she brought it to my attention that alcohol is messing me up, and then that's when I kind of thought about it.
Yeah, that's because this is the second time now, right? Because you were kicked out of the band because of alcohol, even though you were around people that were doing it.
Yeah.
This is the second time that you're around them, but you're surpassing. Sounds like, right?
Yeah.
A little farther, and they are not being as tolerant as they once were because, well, you're going a little farther, and that's not,
well, and as we all know, we don't drink like normal people.
No, hell no.
No,
so
we don't.
You can be in a band with three guys that drink kind of normally.
That's right.
Get fucked up a little bit, but we always take it to the next level. When
they need a shovel to pick you up.
Yeah.
So at this point, your girlfriend says to you, this is going to be a problem for you. What is your plan of action, or isn't there one?
I said I was going to stop drinking. That's it. And then the longest I went without drinking around her was probably less than a week, maybe a week.
Yeah. So you tried some controlled drinking, couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it. And it just kept getting worse. A lot of verbal abuse, just being blacked out with her, driving drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got into that sport as well?
Yeah.
Were there any consequences along this line during
this? Yes. So fast forwarding, when was this, 2022?
Mm-hmm.
Valentine's Day, we were already fighting and I got a DUI. I crashed my car.
Nothing says I love you more than
right.
the nice bracelets.
Happy Valentine's Day, honey.
Those nice bracelets.
So do you go to court and did they ask for an evaluation, an alcohol evaluation or anything like that?
Yeah, all that good stuff. Yeah, I was on probation for 3 years almost.
Wow.
So when they did the alcohol evaluation, what was their consensus from that?
That I was an alcoholic, yeah.
Did they try to get you into treatment?
It was a program that the court mandates, like treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And so you went to the classes?
yeah, I had to do 75 hours every Monday during that time.
And did this have any effect on the way you thought about your drinking?
Yeah, I kind of. I did end up going to rehab 3 times.
Oh shit! Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Like 28-day deal, or
So maybe like a month after my DUI ended up, it was a month thing in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's like a 3-month program.
mm-hmm.
And and I'm still in touch with one of the guys, but we ended up escaping.
Oh, tell us about
Yeah,
that. So
this
tell
does
us what
not-
happened.
This doesn't get glossed over.
Because we have never heard this before.
Yes.
So
It's like
so what happened?
It's a really Mexican program that my parents heard from my neighbors who they took an uncle there once. And it's 3 months. And for me, that sounded crazy. I'm like, I'm not going to be here for 3 months. You guys
That is
didn't
kind
tell
of
me.
crazy.
Yeah. And I remember I met this guy that I'm still in contact with. He's a good guy that goes to AA groups and all that, but
Mhm.
I got put in charge of the phone. Like I take phone calls of like people who want to bring someone else struggling with alcohol or drug use, whatever.
How'd you get that?
I guess they saw that I was calm or something. I don't know. The
Yeah.
owners, yeah. And one of the guys, he was fairly new. He was like getting all antsy and he's like, if I pick up the phone and call the police, are you going to do anything? I'm like, no. So that's what he did. And then
He
the
picked
owner,
up the phone and he called the police?
yeah,
What?
that he was being held hostage. He didn't want to be there because he got, I saw him when they took him. He was like blacked out. Like you could say like not consented, but like they didn't want him in the streets.
Yeah. So he was taken. He never really gave consent, and then he wanted to leave, and they said, you can't leave?
But yeah, from what we heard, that it was not his first rodeo.
Yeah. So does he call the police?
Yeah, he calls the police. He picks up the phone, and then the owner, someone reaches to the owner, like a person who lives in that building, and then they're like, all right, whoever doesn't want to be here could leave.
Mm.
Yeah.
And is that when you left?
I left, and then it didn't even take us that long to drink, like shortly after.
So
Yeah.
what'd you do?
We're in like literally Milwaukee downtown. We're looking for that Amtrak or the bullet train that takes you all the way to downtown Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we did. The guy I'm still in contact with went to his bank and got money out. I don't know how he did it with no identification, but he got money and we're back in Chicago. All this happened like at 8 in the morning over there. And we're back. I'm back here where I live by 12 in the afternoon.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
And so did your parents know you split?
No, I got home, I knocked, and my dad's like, what the fuck? I'm
You're
being
not supposed to
serious.
be
I
here.
can't make this up. This was 2022.
I graduated early, Dad.
Yeah.
So they knew that you flaked out, huh?
Yeah, I got home, and then I didn't know my mom was in Mexico. So my mom's in Mexico. My dad's home. He's mad. He's like, what if nobody was here? Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, still Mr. Know-It-All. It's like, I would have figured it out.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Shit. So you're drinking again, obviously.
Yeah. I drink. It gets worse. Like,
Yeah, I was going to say it's progressive.
Yeah.
So
Were you
so,
living with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
so what happens next in your
Man.
odyssey?
I ended up at maybe like a month after I ended up at the hospital, just like from my drinking. Just
Sounds like your plan's going well.
yeah.
So you're now at this point, are you blackout drinking all the time and
Yes.
you're fucked up all the time?
Not all the time. Like there'd be times where I would try to stop.
Yeah.
And like, oh, I'm gonna control it next time. But then next thing you know, it's just 5 days of drinking, and I'm already like blacked out all these days. And
Now at this point, do you know in your gut that you're an alcoholic?
yeah,
But you're just figuring, I'll figure this out. I'll make it work.
yeah.
I'll manage it.
It's like I was hoping for like some sort of miracle that I'll be able to drink normal or whatever,
Yeah.
or that
When you were
Go ahead.
when you were in that rehab, did you guys go to any AA meetings or no?
That's the only thing they did there. So from 7 in the morning till like 10 in that night, it was like AA meetings all day long.
Oh, so it was 12-step based.
Yeah.
Did you learn from that? Did you pick some stuff up along the way that when you were out drinking, you thought, holy shit, man, this is bad?
Back then, maybe like stories from older people who have like gone through some serious shit, like with their health, maybe their like wife, family stuff, losing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Yeah.
that was stuck.
I know that when you're a single young guy, a lot of the stories, a lot of the not yets, like, liver failure, losing a wife, a child, a job, a career, all that stuff. You're like, well, that's not me,
Yeah.
And those are all the not yets that we hear about in the rooms.
You almost like you feel like you're immune to that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
like it's not going to happen to me.
Yeah, it's not going to happen to me.
I think that's part of the denial component of alcoholic. You're like, yeah, but that's not me, because we always look at the worst case scenario, and you say, yeah, but that's not me. I'm not living under a bridge drinking out of a paper bag.
Yep.
So you're out and you're getting fucked up, and you end up at the hospital. And do they tell you got to go to rehab?
Yep.
So do you?
Yeah, this was an insurance one through. They wanted me to go. My dad wanted me to go, and they got me in like that same day. This was early in the morning. My dad he already had it planned. Like he already had a little backpack of clothes. So this one was a month
and
long.
You were completely willing to go at this point?
I just felt defeated. Like I didn't want to go, but
you knew it.
I'm like, man, just to make everyone happy, I'm gonna go. That was my thinking.
Oh, okay. So it was for everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Where was your second rehab located?
I forget the location, but the place is called Gateway.
Was it in the Chicago area?
Yeah, Illinois. It was more northern Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you check in there. What's your experience there?
It was about the same. I mean, it was good. Like I liked the readings they would give us. To be honest, like that whole experience was a blur.
Yeah. Did you have to detox the first couple days?
Yeah, I forgot what kind of drug they gave me, like
like
to go
a
to
Valium
sleep.
taper or
Valium,
whatever.
yeah, Valium.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It sounds like, you're there and you're an alcoholic and it's bad. And what they're telling you, you're like, yeah, I get it. That's true. But you're just not ready.
Yep.
And so in your gut, when I leave here, I'm probably going to drink.
Yeah, the guy I slept next to, I would tell him like, I can't wait to get out and drink. And I remember it was an older guy, and he was like, man, it's like I don't want you talking like that around me.
Yeah. Was that a military aircraft?
No, it's still a train.
Oh shit. So now when you're there, are you kind of thinking, what the fuck am I doing here? I'm not going to get sober. So what am I doing? Are you just kind of going through the paces at this point?
Yeah, I'm just going through the days. Like something in me like wants to, I don't know, like something in me wanted, like, I knew I was fucking up. I just wasn't ready to admit, surrender. I guess. Yeah, that the drink is what, like, I can't do it, I still wanted to chase that effect.
How long were you there?
1 month in that rehab center.
Okay, so you stayed the term.
Yeah.
And you graduated and everything was fine.
Yeah.
Until
I think it took a week for me to relapse.
Oh. Now, let me ask you this, though. Did you have a relapse prevention program in place where you got out that day and went to a meeting and raised your hand and said, I just got out of rehab? Anything like that?
Outpatient or anything like that?
They did offer that, but I'm like, I don't want any of that.
So when you got out, you never went to a meeting. You just kind of figured, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And of course, being an alcoholic, it's not going to work. So
yeah,
you say you made it about a week. And as you're taking that first drink after a week, are you thinking, what the fuck am I doing?
No, it kept getting worse. I would just get blacked out, get lost wherever, like in the city, thinking I'm like Mr. Know-It-All, Mr. Funny and all this.
You're living that lifestyle. Are you basically living on the streets at this point?
No, I did not reach to that point.
So you're still living with your parents?
Yeah.
And they know you're drinking again, right?
Yeah.
So what is their take on it? What do they try to intervene again?
Um, they were-
Or have they given up?
my dad kind of gave up.
Yeah.
He was just like, I think in his mind, he was just like, what? He was hoping something bad for me to happen. I don't know.
Well, right, and that could be, right? It's incredibly
Yeah,
frustrating, right? Um, and
Well, your parents are helpless. They're, the whole thing
and
is,
you don't see it, right?
yeah,
that powerlessness is not only for the alcoholic who's drinking, it's for everybody else around them too. And it is frustrating for parents. You love your kids and you want to help them, but bottom line is there's really not a lot you can do. You can offer them a rehab, but as you know, Luis, you can't get anybody sober. Nobody can get you sober. You have
yeah,
to do the legwork. And if you don't want to do it, it's not going to happen.
Not
And you just
yeah,
weren't there yet. So obviously this goes further, right?
yeah. So those two rehabs were back in 2022,
mm,
and now we're in 2026. And man, like time flies. Like I wasted so much time. Like,
well, yeah, you were sleeping most of the time
um,
or blacked out.
So those 4 years, you're just drinking.
drinking, barely working. I'm surprised I never got fired from my job.
Any other drugs or no? Or was alcohol always your main thing?
So during my time, no, but when I was with my ex, towards the end of our relationship, that was like cocaine.
Yeah.
Um, thank God, like I didn't
Just wasn't for you.
gravitate to that.
Yeah.
I remember it like being really addictive. Like I enjoyed it, but it was just more the drinking that I
Was your
always
true
chased.
love.
My
Yeah,
true
you
love.
know something? I never did any other drugs unless I was drinking. And
Yeah,
then I did like a same thing as you. I would, I would do lines of coke and I would be all into it. But if I wasn't drinking, I wouldn't be. And
yeah,
when I knew I was spiraling downwards, I was fine without doing any drugs at all. I just wanted alcohol. That was my thing. Um, so what happens in 2026?
um, it was back in March.
25, right?
No, 26 this
Oh,
year.
okay.
No, 25. I mean, my bad.
Yeah, yeah. That's
25.
all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So it's March again, and I reached to a point where I was kind of like, I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Like, I can't even enjoy like waking up. I can't enjoy like the simplest things in life. I can't enjoy going out with my parents. I can't even enjoy looking outside, like anything at all.
Right. You're in a dark place.
And I literally like felt like if I keep, I knew if I kept going, like like, I was just gonna die somehow. I don't know how, but, and it was a morning. I go to an AA meeting nearby me, and I go listen. Some guy talks to me, and then I just go home. And I remember laying in my bed, and I just felt like how I just felt broken,
Mhm.
and I knew I was not gonna get anywhere in life if I didn't do something about it. And I remember waking my dad up in the middle of the night to take me to the same rehab center in Milwaukee that I left back in 2022. And I'm like, I gotta do something with. I wanted the help, and I wanted to change.
So you finally had the real
So
desperation.
that was your turning point then.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. During any of the previous experiences in recovery, did you ever connect with what they were calling a higher power?
No.
At this point that you talked about, you're laying on your bed and you come to this gut realization that I've got to do something. Nobody's coming to save me.
Yep.
This is the one life. Was there any form of a higher power in that?
And did you ever have that?
I'm not sure, but I definitely felt something, an awakening, I guess you could say. Uh, it was out of nowhere as well, because nobody was telling me nothing at that moment. It was just mostly for me, like something I have not thought about.
Right. So you came to a realization, you came to an awakening
Yeah.
somehow on your own in your, and the same thing happened to me. And now that I look back on it, I'm like, was that my higher power, like reaching down to me,
Yeah.
opening me up to the reality of that I was going to fucking die a miserable death if something didn't change. So you go to your father and you say, I've got to do something. There's something at that rehab that I went to that I escaped from. I want to go back there.
And you didn't even wait till morning. You did this right in the middle of the night, right?
Yeah, but he got real happy.
Yeah, I bet.
He was like, thank God, I've been waiting for this.
Literally, yeah. No, he got up. He was like, he didn't even say anything to me on the way there. He found the direction. He had one of those cards, the business cards, whatever. So he texted me there like at 2 in the morning. And the beautiful thing about this program, this place is like it's 24/7.
Oh.
They'll take anyone, and they're very welcoming. They'll take care of you, and I'm very like grateful that they gave me another opportunity to be there. And
what was the name of the program?
Grupo Renacimiento. It's
Which
an
means?
AA. Like Grupo is group, Renacimiento is awakening.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
And this is in Minneapolis.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee. Okay.
Yeah.
So you go there and you check in, but it's a different Luis this time.
Yeah. They remembered me, the owners.
Did they?
I bet they did.
They were like, you're the son of a bitch that called the cops and then left.
And they were cool about it because like that's crazy. Like being owners of a place like that, like dealing with a lot of people.
Yeah.
You're basically just sitting there for 3 months straight, listening to meetings after meetings after meetings.
Boy, right immersed into it.
Did you, at this point in your in those meetings and in that recovery, did you guys go through the big book, 12 steps, all that stuff?
They would go not the big book was there, but they went more towards the
topic stuff.
The 12 steps, like they wanted us to memorize the first step like by memory.
Of out of the 12 and 12?
Yeah.
Okay, so they wanted to ingrain the fact that you can't drink safely.
Yep.
That your life is unmanageable and you have an allergy to alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
That you can't drink normally.
And that's why.
And that first step that's the jumping off point. Did they ever work on step 2, 3, 4, 5, any of those other steps in the rehab you were in?
After you're out, if you're in there for like recovery time, like how I was, they just want you to focus on the first step.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, could you come and go out of the facility?
Yeah. Well, no. People who were in the program like me, we couldn't go out till 3 months.
Okay. Unless you called the cops.
Yeah. Yeah. And they gave me the phone duty again after a month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But this time it was different. So while you're in there, like, do you feel different about it at this point?
I felt I really wanted I wanted that change. I wanted I was just listening to like people who had more experience because we had visitors who've been in the program and they would share their stories. So that helped a lot. And just listening to the owners as well. They have like the owner has like 40 years of sobriety. I really wanted it, and I'm like, hell no, I don't want to go back to drinking. But they're just
And during this time, you were seeing newer people come in too, right?
Yeah.
And so, what was that like for you this time when you see the newcomers?
You see all types of people, like people who want to make it out. Some people don't even want to get sober, and these people could be like younger than me as well, younger than me, or. You see these people come like drunk, drugged out of their mind, and you're just like, some people like we saw some people going to delirium tremens or whatever you call them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We saw that, and I remember we would have to do like night watch duty. Like some people would like just lose their mind,
so
we had to like hold them down.
Did they have a doctor on staff?
No.
So it was just you guys trying to figure out how to keep these people together?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Did you have a sense of, after you had maybe a month and a half in there, that you were starting to, like, maybe you want to help the newer people that come in?
Yeah. I still have that weird desire to, I don't even know, like work in a facility. I don't even know how that would come upon to like help people with substance abuse or whatever you call it. I don't know.
because you're now seeing what you went through, right?
Yeah.
And you at least have some time, so you're giving them a little hope at this point, probably.
Yeah.
Was it you were in the whole 3 months this time?
Yeah, I was in there for 3 months. I got out around July last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're there this time and you're doing the 3 months, you realized you've turned a corner and you want to keep this going one day at a time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so now, do you have a plan when you get out to go to meetings immediately and try to establish some kind of relationship with people in your local AA community?
Yeah. So I attend this. It's called the Day by Day Club here by where I live.
Uh-huh.
I go there 10 in the morning meetings. It's a nice place to go.
Yeah, clubhouse, right?
Yeah, I've been going there ever since
Is that a
I
daily
got out.
thing?
Not a daily thing, but I try to go. Yeah, I've been kind of bad on not attending more meetings, but
Yeah.
So how else outside of not drinking and attending meetings, how else has your life changed since you got sober?
Man, so that day when I decided to go to rehab, I also was the day before I was at work. So I worked at Target and I showed up to work drunk.
Mm-hmm.
I drank during the job and this was like 6 in the morning, and then they noticed, like HR noticed, whatever. And then I remember leaving the job because I couldn't function well. So I come back from rehab and I got my job offered back.
Nice.
I was surprised. So I get my job back. I'm working, trying to be responsible. And towards New Year's of 2026, I decided to go into EMT school. Something I wanted.
Nice.
Something
How
I
about
wanted. Something I wanted to do it for a while, and today I work as an EMT.
No
Good for
kidding.
you.
Yeah,
Wow.
I could not have done that.
Man, I knew you wanted to help people. I could just tell. I could just tell. That is awesome. That's no easy feat, man.
Yeah, it
That
was
takes a
something I
lot
wanted
of
to do it for a while.
dedication and study, and
Yeah, it's something I doubted myself throughout the whole school
of
thing
course you did.
because I mean, like, oh, I know, but I'm like, you know what? Today I could make a difference on how I study, how and I put my mind to it and I succeeded. I passed the national. I'm in an ambulance now. It's weird. It feels weird, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, the gifts of sobriety, when we go to get sober, we don't know what the gifts of sobriety really are.
Oh yeah.
And then you get out, and of course it's difficult at first because this is all new to us. We haven't been sober. And so you accomplish these things and you start to see what you're capable of and what you were holding yourself back from by, actively drinking. And I'm going to guess in your capacity as an EMT, you see a lot of shit, a lot of drug overdose, fentanyl, all that, right?
Yeah.
But it is my wife's been a paramedic for 40 years.
Oh, wow.
And it is, she loves it.
Yeah.
And it is a very rewarding career. You see a lot of shit and there's a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
But you can really make a difference in the world,
And that's what I want to do.
Yep. And so obviously your family is probably very happy with your with your change.
My mom and my dad are happy. It's something I wanted as well. Like, just see my parents kind of happy about me, enjoy taking them out for a bit.
Yeah.
Something I did not think that was possible when I was drinking.
No, you're thinking about yourself.
Do you think you're going to go on and get your paramedic or no?
I want to, and I want to become a firefighter, hopefully.
That's, my wife.
Yeah.
My wife was an EMT. Then she became a paramedic and she worked on an ambulance full time. Then she became a full-time firefighter career. And she just retired a couple months ago as a lieutenant.
Wow.
In the fire service. And she loves it.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it's a really cool career. And the chicks love it. If you're a firefighter, the girls love that shit.
God,
so.
yes. Yes.
Maybe in the future, no ladies right now.
And that's okay. That's okay right
so,
now.
now you've been sober over a year, and have you worked with other people that have come in?
Yeah, kind of. Some people like want to talk, maybe me as well, like want to talk about like maybe something's bothering me, something small, you know?
Yeah.
I'm still in contact with one of the guys. When I first went to rehab, the one I escaped, I'm still in contact with the guy. The guy is amazing. He's sober too. He ended up going back to the rehab.
Nice.
So this was the guy who wanted to call the cops?
No, it's a different guy.
Okay.
That guy I don't know about.
So yeah, right.
I think I got an idea.
Maybe he'll hear this podcast.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
But another guy from the rehab who left and then came back like you did and got sober.
Different time. Yeah.
Amazing. So this rehab you went to, they have some successes, huh?
Yeah.
That's
They've been
amazing.
open for like, I think they just celebrated 30 years.
Nice.
Have you ever gone back to speak there?
Not to speak, but to visit. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, that's amazing.
I go with that guy, my friend George.
That's really cool. So have you sponsored anyone or no?
No, no sponsors.
Get to it.
Now, did you get a sponsor?
No.
Okay.
Ooh, you gotta get a sponsor.
You just are now going to suffer.
Do I
the Mark and Brett?
You probably hear it in the rooms all the time too, right?
What?
You got to get a sponsor.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Have you worked this? Did you do your 4th and 5th stop?
It's okay to be honest.
On my own, but not. Okay. I would say no. I'll say no.
Yeah. Well, everybody moves at their own pace, but don't be afraid to get a sponsor. And even after a year, some people don't have a sponsor for a long time.
Yeah.
But if you get a sponsor and you start working the steps, it actually gets even better.
Yeah, it just solidifies everything. It gives you that extra strong foundation to build the rest on. So, we're going to be fans of that, just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay. It's highly recommended. But,
yes.
The fact that you haven't drank in over a year is a pretty good attestament to the fact that you've done the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel peace, like some sort of peace and calmness in my life now.
Yeah, and you've made something of yourself, which is that is so cool. By the way, that's a big accomplishment.
Have you taken on a kind of design of living of just going one day at a time and trying to connect with the good things in the world and not looking back upon the way you felt before, the desperation and the need to drink?
Yeah.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
Would like discipline be a?
Yeah, that's part of it. Sure.
It wasn't linear, but like having structure throughout my days. I like running. Working out. I like running. I'll do that like right when I wake up.
Yep.
I don't know, just running, reading books, some like inspirational videos you'll find on YouTube. Some AA meetings.
Yeah.
Some AA podcasts.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
Hey, let me ask you this: how did you come upon our podcast?
Yes, that was a good question.
I think last year, I think I was going through the iTunes podcasting or whatever.
Yeah.
I forget what I typed in exactly, but I remember I was painting and I was drinking, and then I found the podcast, so I just started listening to that, and then
no kidding,
it just stuck. And then this was a little before I went to rehab last year.
Oh, it's amazing.
So I just thought about it.
You were active when you found us.
Yeah. Wow. And yeah, I've been listening to you guys as well. When I go on my runs, like when I don't want to listen to music or something, I just listen to your guys' podcast or some YouTube video of like some person's like
talking about recovery.
Yeah, it helps.
It does, and there's a lot out there now.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of good celebrity, like Rob Lowe and actors and musicians and talking about their recovery, and it's helpful, like you say, sometimes you don't want to listen to music and you hear an inspirational story and it does affect the way that you think.
Yes.
What about, do you read the Big Book at all?
Yeah. It's been over a year that I read it, but the Big Book, a story that stuck to me in that book was the guy who lost his airplane license or something. That one, I remember reading that, and then the beginnings of the doctor's note.
Doctor's opinion.
Doctor's opinion. Yeah, it's been over a year that I read that book. When I was in there, I just read that from front to back.
And the 12 and 12 you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's another good one for sure for quick hit, definitely. Yeah, it's good to stay in those things, right? Just because, I take sponsees through it quite often, and every single time I pick that up, I recognize something different, right? So, it's a good thing to dive into once in a while, but that's good that you've been through it. Sure.
Do you read the daily reflection, and do you have the AA app?
Yeah, I have the AA app. I read that. I'll be in the toilet first thing I wake up, and
perfect.
It's a good way to
start the day.
Or I'll gravitate to like a random page on the Bible. I've gravitated to that as well.
Okay,
nice.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you were drinking at the time, and you said you were painting, and you put on the podcast, and what can you tell someone who's out there in the same position you were drinking, that knows they're going down the wrong path? It's getting dark. They don't know what to do. What could you tell them?
Man, putting me on the spot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
that's a toughie.
Really, you just look to what happened to you, I guess, and
Yeah. Oh man, what would I say?
Yeah.
It's just I don't know, man.
That's
you
tough.
you can't lose hope, man. It's like you gotta keep battling and.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look at you.
Hope.
You third rehab.
Yeah.
What if you went to the first rehab and said, rehabs don't work, I'm never going back, and you never did? You might not be here now.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So it is that testament to when things get dark, you got to keep going, and don't be afraid to reach out for help like you did.
Yeah.
Because it's out there. It's out there. And it's only going to work if you want it, right?
Yes.
So, you know what I would say if I were you?
What's that?
Go listen to my podcast.
Yeah, go listen to Glumlot.
Go listen to episode 110.
Well, no, your episode is what I'm saying, right? Share that with other people.
There may be somebody drinking and painting that flips it on, and they get your
That's right.
your episode.
Like recognize it and want to get help, and see that hope that you had. So
that'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely use it.
So, Luis, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah, thank you.
We loved
guys.
having you on. And until next time on the Glumlot Podcast, I'm Mark.
I'm Brett.
And you're...
Who, me?
Yeah!
Luis. I'm Luis.
All right, thanks, man.
Yeah, keep in touch.
All right, thank you, guys.
As we wrap up another episode of the Glumlot Podcast, we want to extend our heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you who tuned in today. Navigating the path to recovery from alcohol and other substances is a journey filled with challenges, triumphs, and self-discovery. Remember, we're not affiliated with Alcoholics Anonymous, but we're here to provide a safe space for open conversations about the complexities of recovery. Your stories, courage, and resilience inspire us and our listeners alike. If you or someone you know is on the transformative journey, know that you're not alone. Join us next time as we continue to explore the diverse facets of recovery. Until then, stay strong, stay connected, and remember that each day is a step towards a brighter, sober tomorrow. Thank you for being part of the Glumlot community.